right? Be happy. All right, so I've been nominated for this ALS Ice Bucket Challenge here. And before I get into it and dump ice water all over us, I just wanted to touch on a few things. I had a couple reservations because I see this going around the internet. It's gone viral. I understand people are trying to raise awareness, but the problem is, I bet you if I asked, 9 out of the 10 people on my Facebook where I see these challenges go up, I ask them, what is ALS? Who does it affect? Where's the money going? How are we trying to support it and find a cure if one's available? They wouldn't be able to answer any of these questions. So I just wanted to touch on a few of those things and actually raise awareness, real awareness, before I went and did this silliness here. So ALS, let's just go over it. It stands for amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, okay, which is often referred to as Lou Gehrig's disease. And I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with that term from the famous baseball player. What it is a rapidly progressive, ultimately fatal neurological disease. And most people, unfortunately, they die within 3 to 5 years of being diagnosed with this. And it's pretty horrible. Eventually you die of respiratory failure. And there you go. So the disease itself, though, is relatively rare. If we want to look at some facts, Logie, you can't play with that right now, okay? Just hold on to it. And about 2 per 100,000 people in the U.S. They use American stats because they have better stat systems than a lot of other countries in the world when it comes to diseases and stuff like this. About 2 per 100,000 people per year, and about 5,600 people in America per year. And listen, I understand that the human suffering is bad in any shape or form, whether it's a degenerative neurological disease or something else. My father died from cancer. I watched him die. It was a horrible thing, a slow and painful demise to watch somebody that's strong and able-minded, just weaken and perish away to nothingness. It's a really horrible thing to do, whether it be ALS or cancer or AIDS or Ebola or any of these horrible diseases and ailments. It's just human suffering and period. It is just bad. And to raise awareness and to help fight against that is great in any form. But let's go over some other facts of some other stats here, comparable. So 5,600 people per year approximately in America die from ALS. 18,000 people die from accidental injury in the home, from slipping and falling in bathtubs, from falling downstairs, from falling on their kitchen knives, from mistaking rat poison for brown sugar or what have you. Over 70,000 people in America die from diabetes. Diabetes is a huge epidemic. And with high fructose corn syrup and refined sugars and absolutely everything, it's a real problem. Almost 40,000 people die from suicide, just from taking their own lives per year in the U.S. Almost 80,000 people die from Alzheimer's disease, which is a horrible disease of the mind. Almost 200,000 people die just from hospital accidents alone, from doctors performing the wrong operations, from prescribing the wrong medications, from people not practicing proper hygiene. And again, I'm all for supporting people in need, but what you have to understand, you have to keep your eye on the ball. And these people that come and do these videos, it's almost like they selectively care. They just want to dump ice water on themselves, but they don't actually want to raise awareness or any of this stuff. They want to prove to themselves that they're tough or something, or that they can be part of this collective organism, this tribalism, stuff like this. So here are some of the things I think that collectively, on a global scale, we should really care about right now and try and raise some awareness, take this opportunity to raise some awareness for some other things. For example, the unemployment right now in Western civilization is comparable to where it was in the Great Depression. I don't know if you ever hear that on the news. Probably not. Things like drug-resistant bacterium, which are becoming a plague on the world right now through abuse of antibiotics. There's something like the common flu in a couple decades could take down somebody my age who's healthy. You don't see that sort of thing happening right now. Just a second. The fact that the Western world routinely wages war for profit. I don't know if a lot of people understand that concept. Things like the majority of 9/11 commissioners don't even buy the official story. It's something like 2,500 plus people now, of engineers, architects, demolition experts question the whole thing. Think about stuff like that. The fact that we're all born into financial serfdom, basically. Our aunts, brothers, cousins, nieces, nephews, from the minute you're born, are indebted to global slavery. How about the fact that man-made global warming is a lie. The whole thing was a hoax. In the last 30 years, the Earth has actually been cooling. I don't know if a lot of people make that association. How about Fukushima, the nuclear reactor off the coast of Japan that's pouring literally hundreds of tons of radioactive material, I'm sorry, the stuff just gets me worked up, into the oceans every day for the last 3 years. I don't know if anybody cares about that, if you're seeing that in the news anymore. It's pretty important stuff. I know ALS is important too, but this is also equally, if not more so important. Water scarcity due to mismanagement and corporatism. People, I mean, our children, there's a great possibility that when our children are my age, they might not have safe, clean drinking water. That's a real possibility. Just the very fact that the world itself is on the verge of financial collapse. And just a sec, buddy. You'll get to soak me in just a second here. Just hold on. And we're on the verge of World War III, basically. I don't know if anybody pays attention to any of that stuff. I'm done. I'm not nominating anybody else. The only reason I did this is because my good friend Chad nominated me, and I respect the man very much. He's like a brother to me. And if he nominates me, I'll be more than happy to dump ice water on my face for that man. That's it. Do it. Go. Pull this. Do this. Go. Pull. Pull it. Pull it. Oh. Ah. It was worth it.